and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I'm going to do my top favorite 15 products from 2015. This is going to vary slightly from my best of the year drugstore and best of the year high-end because there were a few little changes that I had to make. So let's start off with a brush. There's only one brush that I thought was extraordinary this past year, and that is the e.l.f. blending brush. You can only get this online, and it is kind of a fan shape. See, it's very dense. But this was, I think it was Amy Miranda who did a review on the Sephora airbrush brush number 53, I think it was. And this is just like it. It's almost identical. I used it today, so it's not washed yet. I have my little washing pail of brushes to do. This is a fabulous brush. It just, you dot your face with your foundation and you just basically brush this all over. It just makes your foundation go on flawlessly. It's just amazing. And you can only get this, I think, on the e.l.f. website, so you have to actually go online for that. For foundations, I really like this, and I think it's worth another mention. This is the Argan Infused BB Cream from Physicians Formula. It's a drugstore foundation. It's a BB cream. It has some skincare elements to it. There's an SPF in there. I just love this. I think this and my It CC cream, I keep going back to them. But I do have nicer foundations, and I just think, you know, best of the year 2015, I'm thinking price-wise too. I really think price-wise this is really worth it. So the Argan Infused BB Cream from Physicians Formula. I wear lashes maybe once a week, so what I like to do is I like to, this is a Kiss, K-I-S-S. They are a cruelty-free line. They do nail stuff and they do eyelash stuff. I basically will just put the glue on my eyelid just at the lash line, and then I place the lashes right on it and press down on the ends, and then I just kind of push up everything so that it looks like it's supposed to, and it dries almost instantly. I think it's the heat of your skin or something accelerates the glue drying. When you put the glue on the lash, it takes like 30 seconds to 60 seconds for it to set, to get tacky enough, and you're waiting and waiting, and then when you put them on, there's a struggle, and they don't always go on right, and sometimes the glue dries in some places and not in others, and you've got part of it sticking up. I don't have that problem when I do it first. The only downfall to this is when you go to take off those lashes, the eyeliner and eyeshadow, whatever else you have on there, sticks to that glue, and it's really hard to get it off. You have to use a makeup remover or coconut oil to get it off. But this is the Kiss Strip Lash Glue with aloe, and I love this. This is just fabulous. For a blush this year, my favorite for most of the year was when they came out with these little heart-shaped blushes from Too Faced, and this is the Love Flush Blush in Baby Love. Let me just open this up. I don't know why I'm having so much problems with packaging. Is it an old lady thing? I don't know. Okay, so when you open it up, you've got a cute little heart-shaped mirror, and then you've got this beautiful, it's like a very neutral rosy blush that I think would go really well with almost any skin tone. Let me just see if I can swatch better. It's very subtle and it's pretty on. It looks kind of blah in the package, and it's certainly not this bright color. The packaging for all of these blushes looks very different than the actual blush does. You just have kind of an idea of the color family I think that it's in, but that is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Baby Love. For nail polish this year, my friend Nathalie from France sent me a bunch of Kiko things, and I really loved this nail polish, Kiko Nail Lacquer, and I think this is called Coral Kiss. Let me just double check. number 82. It is the Power Pro Nail Lacquer. And of course there's no name on it. Oh my gosh, okay. Anyway, this is the Kiko nail lacquer, and I am going to, now that we can get it in the US, you can order it. There's a Kiko USA website. I'm definitely going to get some more colors of this, and I'm so glad that Nathalie sent me that from, she's in France, but Kiko is actually an Italian company, and I guess it's easy to get there in France. Contour palette of the year was the Tartist, and I was told that I pronounced it wrong when I was calling it the Tartiest. I like the Tartiest. I thought that was neat. But if you think about it, Tartist is like artist, only it's Tartist instead of artist. So you're an artist. You're a Tartist artist. Anyway, you are going to like what I found out about this. There's a nice big mirror here. This contour palette has it all, and it even has this blush. And one of the workers from Sephora and I went to the Tarte stand, and we swatched all the blushes that looked even close to this, and we discovered that it is Exposed. Exposed is the name of the blush, and it's one of their oldest shades, and I used to have it. I think when it first came out I had the Exposed blush, but that's Exposed. In case you were wondering which the name was, because oftentimes when they do these kind of palettes they don't sell these things individually. And I also believe that this is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, the matte bronzer. But this in the center is a beautiful shimmering highlight that you can use straight up on its own for a kind of a moonlit look on your face, or you can blend it in with the yellow powder to make more of a golden highlight, or you can blend it with the pink to do a pink highlight. I mean, you can really get creative with this palette. This particular color, this kind of plain ivory, you can use to set your concealer, and you can also use it as a brightening powder. You can just set little places here and there if you're going to do anything. The yellow is a very nice brightening yellow. You can put it down where you have your dark areas. And then you can mix these two colors to come up with the perfect bronzy kind of under the cheekbone definition, or if you want to kind of go along the edge of your jawline to kind of get that optical illusion that you don't have all the chipmunk cheeks. This is a great palette, and I had the Kat Von D, I had the Kevin Aucoin, I had the Laura Mercier, I had tried, oh gosh, so many of them, and I really like this the best. I think this is just a fabulous contour palette. So this was probably my favorite item for the year for 2015. I have 3 lip products. The first one may surprise you. It is Burts Bees, and it's a lipstick. And this particular lipstick is called Blush Basin. Let me just give you a little swatch here. And there's something interesting about this lipstick. It is almost a dead ringer match, if not exact, with Celebutard from Kat Von D. And as some of you may remember, some of you historic buffs, you may remember that Kat Von D put out a shade called Celebutard a few years ago, and it caused a huge ruckus in the mental health care industry, and a lot of groups said that this was like really horrible, and they really pressured Sephora to remove it from the shelves, and Sephora did remove it from the shelves. Kat Von D was so angry that she never released the shade again, even with a different name. So those of us who love the shade could never get it again. Cindy Obrod had sent me a sample of it, and this is the exact match to it, and it's very moisturizing and beautiful on the lips. This is called Blush Basin from Burts Bees, Blush Basin. But this is Celebutard. It looks exactly like Celebutard. And I still have my little Celebutard sample, but I don't want to use it. I don't want to swatch it because that's a collectible. That is definitely a collectible. The lip gloss that I used the most last year was Nars Chelsea Girls, and I know Jennifer had given me, one of my subscribers, Jennifer, had told me that Tiramisu from NYX is a very similar color, if not exact. It's just slightly pink than this, but it's so close that you really couldn't tell that much of a difference if you had it on. So that's a great savings because this is around $20 and the NYX is around $6, so it's a great savings of money. I do happen to like the formula of the Nars better, and Chelsea Girls came out when he did that little Andy Warhol collection a few years back, and the Chelsea Girls lip gloss was so popular he brought it back on its own and put it in the collection. So this is a beautiful lip gloss. You can see it's slightly warmer tone than the other shade. I like it because when you put your lips together, when you have it on, you don't get that tacky kind of werewolf strings of, you know, that kind of a feeling. The third lip product is something from Canada, from FaceAtelier. This is a brand that I think it's Sasha, Dominique Sasha. She loves this, and she had this shade on and looked gorgeous in it, and of course I had to have it. And this is the Seared Berry from FaceAtelier, and I think it's a gorgeous shade. It looks nice on me. I tried to find it generically here and I couldn't find anything that matched it. However, I think it's coming in the Gwen Stefani lip colors, of which I'm going to get Ex-Girlfriend because I love the sample I got. There's a color called Firebird, and I believe it's this color. I think it's this color. So I'm looking really forward to that. They're not available yet, and they had said all the Gwen Stefani lip colors were coming out on the 12th of January, and we are now at the 15th, and it's not, I don't see it in the stores yet. So for mixing in with your moisturizer or your foundation, I like it for color correcting a foundation or a concealer. This is the FX CoverFX drops, and these are little pigment drops. You just put a drop like that in with your moisturizer or your, let me just demo this real quick. And what it does, I think what's cool about it is it turns it all one color, and it just makes a beautiful foundation type thing. And look at how it's covering that eyeliner. It makes a beautiful foundation out of a lot of things that you can blend with. It doesn't work with everything. I mean, I had quite a struggle finding things that I thought it worked well with. I also was using the wrong color, and if you go too light with it, it'll look very flaky and dry on you. I have found that using the N30 works really well, and I have like M25 skin. So for mascara, you can get this at the checkout area of Ulta. They have these little roundabout thingies, and they have little impulse items on them going around, little mini shampoos and this is a mini tight line mascara from IT Cosmetics. This is an amazing product. I got this back when it came out, and because of what we do here on YouTube, I just had so many other mascaras that I never got back to it, and so I forgot how much I loved it. And I just happened to be standing in a particularly long line, and I started looking through the thing, and it was like IT Cosmetics Tight Line, and I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was the mascara. And what it is, it's a mascara that has the tiniest little bristly wand, and you hold it like right where your lashes meet your lid, and you just kind of pull up your lashes from there with it. And what it does is it leaves a little mark on that skin. It's called the tight line area. And it looks like you've tight lined. It's got a primer built in and a mascara, and it doesn't transfer. It makes nice big old honking lashes. It's small, it's easy to use, but on the bottom you can just press it lightly against the bottom ledge here and you make indentations that look like lashes. So if you don't have any lashes on the bottom, you can just tap that on the edge and it makes them. So it's 3-in-1. It is a primer, a lash primer, a mascara, and a tight line liner. I think it's wonderful. It's the perfect size to last about 3 months, and then you can get another one. It's only $10. And this is my favorite mascara for 2015. I'm trying out a few more right now. Meh, you know. But I do like this. I think this is great, and this took the place of several favorites from last year. For eyeliners, this came out this year. I think it was the Ipsy bag. Was it the Ipsy bag? Tati did a collab with them with the Love of Color line. And this was one of the eyeliner crayons, which is what this was. And it's basically a eyeliner. This one's called Night Owl, and this is the color. I love this color. It's just gorgeous. You can smear this just for a short period of time up to create a shadow, or you can use it to line your eyes. But once it's there, it doesn't move. It's there for, this is going to be on my hand for the rest of the week probably. I really like this liner a lot, and I believe they still have some available that they are selling with, is it Birchbox? Oh boy. I'm not good with that, but you can look up Tati's LOC line and you will find the Night Owl shade. This is really great. What I like to use when I wear false lashes is, this is the Kat Von D Trooper eyeliner. And you hear a lot of YouTubers talk about this because the point is, it's a brush, but it's a very stiff brush. So you make a line and it's like, it's a straight line, it's a thick line, it doesn't splay out, it doesn't do anything, it does exactly what you want, and it's just a gorgeous liner. I have the anniversary edition, so it's special packaging, but this is the Kat Von D Trooper eyeliner. It's gorgeous. I have 2 palettes, and I have kind of a dismayed story because I had, for my high-end makeup palette of the year, I had Smashbox on the rocks, and somebody promptly informed me that Smashbox is not cruelty-free. Was my face red? I'm really sorry that I didn't realize it was cruelty-free last year. Apparently they started selling to China, and they have to, if you sell to mainland China, you don't just like leave a bunch of cosmetics at the border and they take it to the lab somewhere, and what you do is you have to arrange to have it tested. You have to pay people to test. So Smashbox has decided to do that because they wanted to open up their market to the Chinese people, and you know, it's a huge amount of money, and so I'm not buying Smashbox anymore until they straighten that out. And so because I gave away my Smashbox palette, I had already done a giveaway and given away all my other palettes that had colors in them that I didn't need anymore because I had it in the Smashbox palette. I gave away, like, you know, a chocolate bar palette, my Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, my chocolate bar palette, I mean, Stardust. I gave all these palettes away, and so I had no palettes like that had all those colors in it, so I had to scramble a little bit. So one of the palettes I did keep in my collection was Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral number 2. This is like a perfect, basic, everyday eye palette that everybody should have in their collection. It's got all of the colors that you would need to make complete eye looks. You've got your nice light colors for your lid and up. You've got nice neutrals here that you can use in your crease. And you have some nice dark colors that you can blend with the blue and the purple to create nice outer corner looks. You can also line, if you dip your brush in water or eye drop solution, you can line your eyes with this black or the dark brown. I mean, it's just a very versatile palette. It's often compared to the Viseart palette, which is $80 at Sephora. This is $20 at Target, and I just think it's a beautiful, everyday, neutral palette. It's just got a nice assortment of colors. It's a great beginner's palette because it's got some, like this color and this color you can use in your crease, and just, you know, these other colors you can use, you know, in other ways. Really nice. But it's a silky smooth formula. They go on nicely, they blend well, and I think the only difference between this and the Viseart was there was one color here in the middle that was, it was a brighter shade in the Viseart palette. But I think Tati, when she compared them side by side, she preferred the formula to this one. So Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral Palette. One of the things I scrambled and ran to get to replace the Smashbox was this one from Butter London. And this is the Natural Charm palette. And these work a lot like the Buxom palette, where you actually will, what you do is you can lift this up and you can slide out the palette, which is kind of neat. Let me just lift this up. See, this just lifts right up, and then these puppies just slide right out. And you can buy individual colors and you can make your own palette. And they sell the colors in little groupings of 2. I saw some pretty blue ones. Really, really nice. And you can put them in any order you want. I like the a lot. I think they're great. So then you just close this down over the top and it holds them in. And it's really nice. It comes with a really nice brush, double-ended brush, a nice mirror. And this one has this light color, beautiful matte, which you can use on your lid and up. It has a beautiful intermediate color here that you can use in your crease. And it has a nice dark chocolatey brown that you can use on the edge. So if you just want a nice neutral day look, you have it. And then it's got like a shiny, pretty shiny color that you can, you know, make yourself pop, or, you know, daytime to nighttime. And there's a pretty green in this, a nice moss green if you want to do a different kind of color in the corner. So I mean, it's really nice, but you can change out, like you can change this kind of peachy orange shade, which you can put under the brow as a highlighter, or here, or even use it on your cheek. You can actually change that out for any of the other color combinations they have. But Butter London, it's a cruelty-free company. They're normally known for their nail polish. And I don't know if you can see the imprint there, but it looks like feathers or brushes. It's hard to tell, but it's a very beautiful palette, and the formulation of the shadows is gorgeous, and I don't miss the Smashbox at all, because these took the place of that. I have a nice dark blue shadow, I have a nice dark purple shadow, and I have all of my neutrals in other palettes, so I don't miss the Smashbox. I've got everything that I needed from that palette in this. And I'm going to get some more of these shadows, but this is how it comes in the box. And you can see, you know, they give you a little slider looking here. And then on the back, they show you the colors. Right now there's 2 palettes that are ready-made, and then they have several different assortments of 2 colors in each one that you can exchange out for any of these. But they give you a really nice neutral palette to start from. This is a great base. So that was my 15 from 2015. I thank you all for watching. Thank you, Tina, for your delightful card and well wishes. It was really nice reading that. We're having a big holiday here in America this weekend. We're celebrating Martin Luther King, really remarkable person, and I don't like calling it MLK Day. I hate initials anyway, because you lose the true meaning sometimes when you just abbreviate everything. You know, I just think Martin Luther King was his name. You know, we should call him that. Anyway, I will be talking about a couple of other brands that I've just recently discovered. One of them is called Youngblood, and I will be doing a Merle Norman special coming up, a docutorial, so stay tuned. That's going to be fun. So, everybody have a wonderful weekend. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.